Thank you. Thank you for having me. I've just got to say it's really somewhat an honor and humbling to be here. There are some people who taught me here, maybe not to the degree they wanted to at the time. There are some friends of mine who graduated with, we were friends with. So it's really kind of a thrill for me. And it's funny, I think the last time I was in this room, I was bartending for like a graduation reception in here. And as some of the people who saw me earlier, I had a lot of side hustles when I went here, and like the catering department and other things. Putting up tents was something I did, and so like I just like funny being here on this side, not having to give people cheap drinks, or rich drinks, depending on what you want to do. So anyway, I am the Senior Vice President of Multi-Platform Marketing and Fan Engagement for Comedy Central, which is literally the coolest job you can have. Comedy Central is not a television network. A lot of you guys may have come in thinking here it was, but it's not, right? Comedy Central is a brand. And for Comedy Central, and for a brand like Comedy Central to change how we think about that, from going to people just passively watching TV at 10 o'clock to being a brand that's part of your life, that changes. Because what I market is not just television shows. Television shows presently make the most money for Viacom and Comedy Central, but the computer that you guys all use, that has banners and that has video ads that makes money, and that needs to be marketed with a lot of thought. We have very, very powerful apps. The Comedy Central TV Everywhere app that I hope at least someone in here has been downloaded a couple million times. It works on Xbox, Roku, iTunes, Android, all these places. That needs to be marketed. We have a video game, the South Park Stick of Truth. We have lots of video games. These things need to be marketed. We market tours, we market events. So it's not just marketing television shows. And the way we look about this is these conversations we have with people, we get to be a bigger brand. Because if we just thought only about television, we would be dead in 18 months. Because I guarantee you, most of you people who are watching, who are in the core demo or in this room, do not watch linear television the way that I did. And you guys who are in marketing, there's this concept called a marketing funnel. And the marketing funnel is when you get from awareness to actually viewership or purchase. So it's when you first hear about something until when you do something. That's what it used to be. When I went to Washington College, and I sold t-shirts door to door. I raised awareness by putting t-shirts out there, and then people bought them. So it was a very, very short funnel. Now, we're not marketing television shows, we're marketing franchises. And we're marketing something bigger because we don't just want you to stop at 10 o'clock because we know that's not how you interact with it. So we're marketing a person in the demo who has expressed affinity to something. So when we're marketing a show, we know a little bit more about you than we used to. So we know that maybe you like workplace comedies because of something, so we're going to advertise Workaholics. Maybe you're a female and we'll advertise Broad City to you. Maybe you've liked political humor and that's why I advertise The Nightly Show to you. So a little about this affinity so we can spend a little bit smarter. We're marketing things that are television shows, website, apps, tours. We're marketing a lot more than just a singular product. And now it's 365 days a year, 24 hours a day. It's always on in terms of thinking about what's going to happen. And one of the things we learn about, like, when I say this marketing with millennials, the word with is super intentional in that. Because I'm not marketing to you, I'm not telling you what to do, I'm part of this with you. Because that's how people want to be treated, especially younger people. One of the great things that we always talk about from our research team is there are two things that were in millennials' lives that were not in my life. One, my parents didn't have a thing that said baby on board. They didn't care that I was in the car. Like, I didn't even have a car seat. But like, that was putting the child first. The second thing is the Nintendo DS, which was a device specifically built for kids to build their own programming experiences. So it wasn't going to turn a channel and hoping I had something there. This was stuff that was only made for kids. And these things that you had growing up, you experience content differently than I did, and so we have to be responsive to that. So that's where this content experience stuff comes in. I think Dr. Cregan is scared of me at this moment. So, marketing now is not just buying media. There are a litany of tools that we use. We use a lot of data. There's a ton of data in marketing. I was talking to some of the people in marketing before about how much data goes into it. When you see ads on websites, it's not by mistake most of the time. The reason that if you're wearing a gray sweater, you may get an ad about a gray sweater versus me in a blazer is because they know we've purchased before. So things on Facebook, always look at your right-hand rail on Facebook and see the ads and think about how I got that. So if you went to a Baltimore Ravens game and bought a ticket on Ticketmaster, you're going to get a lot of Baltimore ticket things. But this data is really important to what we do. We, at the end of the day, we want brand loyalty. We don't want you watching just a TV show. We want you to be part of our brand. And so for that to happen, It's a combination of data, so we know a little bit about you. We make sure the marketing is going to work for you, where you are, when you are, all this kind of stuff. We want these fun content experiences so that you then, it works, right? It works in the thing you are. It's a bit fun. It's a bit of a surprise and delight in terms of how you're marketing, in terms of making sure that we're making you laugh. Obviously, that's what Comedy Central wants to do. Providing some humor to your day. And so these content experience process that applies light is going to build to this brand loyalty. So that's kind of the concept of how Comedy Central markets to and with millennials. Anything else?
I'd like to thank Don for coming.
Thank you.